And you are welcome. It's another Friday night. You are welcome to this town hall. Well, no, that's not what it is. It is the Black Table. You know my name already. It is Mazino Appeal. And if you are here, then you know what you're here for. Some good old men's gossip, some chat, chin wag, everything we get to do while we are, well, sipping on something. I'm not alone today, as usual. We've got our guests in the house. Let us introduce. He's come back to take the title that he was fighting for. Well, hey, let's welcome once again Mr. Quincy Jones in the building.
What's up, everybody?
Good to have you back, man.
It's nice to be here, man.
Quincy didn't come alone. Now, Nigerian Idol didn't see him coming. He's got a fantastic voice, great personality as well, and likability. Well, he's joined us today on the Black Table. It's Mr. Zadok in the building here. Zadok.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good
Welcome
to be
back.
here again. Good to be here.
Nice one, man. It's your first time on the Black Table, however, but you have been a friend of the house for TVC, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Grand. And of course, yes, let's not forget, he's quick, he's fast, he's very, very witty. His name is Mr. Gang. I don't have any quips for him today, but of course, it's always grand to see you here, man. What is that?
It's my superhero pose.
That's a very, very feminine drink you
Trying
have
to
there,
be
by the
sober.
way. Why? What's that? What you drinking today?
I'm trying to be healthy.
Healthy,
It's
huh?
a vitamin C mixture.
I don't know about that, man. It's not the Gang I know. You're getting soft on us.
It happens.
He's getting soft on us. In any case, we've got some very interesting topics all lined up for you guys, and you can join us. Do remember now, use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. It's that simple. That's #TheBlackTable on TVC. As we talk about the topics, you can send in your comments, and at the end of the show, we get to read them. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our first topic.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back. Now, very interesting chat we are about to have here as a Twitter user has given us our fodder for today. Quincy Zadok Gang, check this out. Twitter user named Oyin Kansola Alabi, a doctor, that's at Emotional Doctor, writes this on Twitter. Christian women have been sentenced to war room for years to pray for cheating men, but the moment a Christian man catches his wife cheating is divorce. Can't he pray too? Can't he bind the demons that want to destroy his home, or has God stopped hating divorce? Is this true? I'm going to let you gentlemen talk, but Zadok, you married?
No.
You're not married. Let me just shift over to Gang, whom I know has been married boastfully for the past 12 years. Gang.
Yes, it's actually going to be 12 years in a couple of days.
Wait, what is it?
By the 18th.
18th. I'm on the 27th.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. It's going to be 8 years on the 27th.
Oh,
Yeah.
great stuff.
Now, when I saw this story, you know, I kind of get fed up with this narrative where women are always comparing themselves to men. You get me? We're not equal. We can never be equal. That level of equality that people are looking for, it just doesn't exist in our society. Now, as a Christian, the truth is, I see as if it's more, this might sound odd, it's more challenging for men outside.
Ooh, you're just going to set that here.
Do you get where I'm coming from? To an extent, it's more challenging for men outside than it is for women. And in our society and with our culture, you get me? It seems as if men are more entitled to having more than one woman or are more prone to cheat or be unfaithful. So that's why it seems like you need to have more prayers for the men with what they face in society.
You're a God-loving man. What do you think? Do you think we're pressurized more than women when it comes to, the possibility of cheating?
For obvious reasons, a lot of people think that the men are in a safe space when it comes to
We're
cheating.
in a safe space.
Yeah, when it comes to cheating. Why I say this to say that people just say and feel like it's okay for the man to cheat, and then when the woman cheats,
It makes the front pages.
yes.
Quincy, I don't know. Quincy Jones.
I think it's more for getting caught eventually. That is really what it is, because at the end of the day, everyone is faithful and holy until they get caught. And in this circumstance, for most men, it's almost okay to cheat, or rather, it's placed as, it's okay for men to do so because of societal dictations, right? And then, but going back to what Gang mentioned, in cheating circumstance, it's okay for it to be, for there to be equity, to be honest, because the same emotions that you bear is the same that the woman bears. So,
But you think like our society actually makes it seem like as if a woman should never, ever be caught pants down. Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
they shouldn't.
Wait, but when a man, but when it's a man,
Neither
we're
should a
bit
man.
more forgiving because according to gang, we go out there and then there's a lot of girls on our cases. Is that what you're saying?
Not exactly, because if you look at our culture, right? First and foremost, we had our culture, we had our way of life here in Africa and in Nigeria. Traditionally, men were allowed to have more than one
Polygamous,
wife,
yeah.
to have multiple women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then religion came into the aspect where they now convinced us, hey, be Christians, and this is what Christianity says. You get me? But that DNA is still in us to say that men are entitled to have more than one woman. So hope that your man doesn't follow his initial DNA. You get me? That is why you would see more women will be hoping and praying for their men not to fall. Men have this assumption that we trust women to the point that we feel women won't be unfaithful, so we don't have to pray for them not to cheat, not to be unfaithful. But women, on the other hand, know that men are wired this way.
Okay, so
cheat.
I'm sure we're going to come back to that. I'm sure somebody's going to send a message regarding that. But today we're doing kind of like a quick fire type session because we have so many stories to touch on. But I know you have something to say about that, Quincy Jones, and I know you might have something to say about that, Zadok. But there was also something that caught our attention over the week. And I don't know if you guys know Susan Pajok. She's this very young, very nice actor. She what was that movie, that series she was in again? I think The Johnsons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she
I'm not
was.
sure.
When she was a lot younger.
Johnson, yeah, when she was a lot
Yeah.
young. She's only 20, by the way. Very, very beautiful young woman coming of age and all. She had an interview with James Brown, the crossdresser, if you guys remember. He's not gay. He's a crossdresser. And inside of this interview, she let out a lot of revelations where she told that she has no relationship with her father because he gave his mother money to abort her when she was a baby. Now, she's gone on to tell how disgusted she is by this man, how they, however, share the same church and they just pass each other. She knows her, but she knows him, but they've never ever had any sort of interaction. I don't know about you guys, but if you saw that video, I cringed. I cringed not because, oh, how could a father do this to a daughter? But I cringed because how could a mother, please hear me out, execute such bias for a child's father on her? This is a young woman. She's grown up listening to her mother say, this is what your dad did to me and would have killed you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't believe that whatever you have against a partner, a husband and a wife or an ex, or if you have a kid and there's a kid involved,
That's a wicked seed.
it's your problem, the two of you. I'm not going to, visit that on the child and say, this is what your father did. He almost killed you. Because I feel that it has some kind of psychological effect on, it would have a psychological effect on a kid, growing up. So I also think that she's only just beginning to come of age and eventually she might regret some of the things that she said in that video. Did you see the video, guy?
Yeah, I did. And what caught me in the video, that this is a clear example of a dysfunctional home, of not having both parents involved in raising up a kid. There was something she mentioned about her even contemplating suicide at some point.
Yeah.
Single parent homes, a lot of these things affect the child at the end of the day. In the video, she was also talking about something about how it has raised certain resentment towards men because she hasn't had that father figure in her life. So I understand where she's coming from. And I agree with you that there's a certain kind of bias because she's being raised by her mother. Yeah. And whatever her mother tells her, she will believe. She doesn't have the other side of the story.
Exactly.
In some situations, some people don't know that. Sometimes, I love there was a skit on one of these West Coast in Los Angeles albums that was saying something about sometimes parents need to come out and confess and say, Mama was a hoe, or Mama was some type of way, or Mama was some kind of Ron's girl, or Mama lived a life a certain type of way. That's why your father treated her the way he did. A lot of people don't get the other side of the story from the man.
Do you feel like men get shortchanged every single time when instances like this happen? Because, well, obviously, mostly, these kids are with their mothers.
Yeah.
Well, men don't get to tell these stories. So the stories are not, you don't know what happened. Okay, whatever your mother says is what you're going to take.
So for me, it's a lot more personal because almost similar story, to mine. But
oh, for real?
Yes,
Tell us the story then.
I will tell you the story.
Brand.
But I want to start with the fact that there can be stupid children. Please, let's understand that. It's okay to be to have empathy and all of that, but there can be stupid children. And in that instance, I'm saying this as it could be a situation or a scenario where the mom just passively mentioned that once. And that became the reason for all the tantrums that she must throw in her entire
There is that
existence.
actually.
It is a thing, trust me. It could also be a situation, but I think the girl is just stupid, basically. That's all
She's
it
young.
is.
Let's just say she's young.
No,
only
she's
20.
not young. It's
She's only
stupidity.
20.
Because
She's young, dumb,
at
and not
20,
broke.
at 20, you're at 20, you're old enough to make your own personal
Your own decisions,
I
yes.
made my
Yeah.
decisions way earlier, right? In my situation, they're not together, right? But you find out that in some people's situations, being a single mother is way better than having a father and a mother.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
This whole situation of a father figure is way overrated. Trust me.
Regardless of
I've
what.
seen
That's true.
situations where even in that marriage, father, mother live in the same room, in the same house, same roof, with their kids. The father is absent. The mom is the father and the mother. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole father figure thing, way overrated. Stupidly
Well,
overrated.
I also feel like in a situation where it's a woman who, or rather where it's a man that says, and I'm not espousing to any agreement to, or I'm not contributing to the argument for abortion. I'm just simply saying that when a man says, no, I don't want a child, it seems like men are vilified. But when a woman says she doesn't want a child, she just goes and
okay.
does it. It's okay. And nobody questions that.
But it's okay to a certain degree. Reason is you're not the one that bears the whole bodily
Yeah.
What do you think,
situation.
Zadok? What do you think in that case?
Honestly, I think having kids has to be deliberate. For me, it has to be deliberate. If I want to have kids, then I should have sex. If I don't want to have sex,
You don't have sex if you
I don't
want
want
kids.
to be in that space. Honestly, I don't want to be in that space where I have to decide whether I want to keep the baby or something. So it's just safe for me not
If it
to
was to
have-
happen, and you were to have the baby outside of marriage, and you also with somebody that you weren't gonna you get married to, how involved would you be, or how involved would you want? Yeah, how involved would you be in the life of that kid?
100.
100.
100. Honestly, I have a friend who's in the UK right now.
Okay.
She moved from Nigeria to UK. So he was dating the girl, and then one thing led to another. She put it to, she took in. Okay. Guy was like,
Not one thing led to another. It was sex. You don't just fall
no.
trip and land into sex.
He
No.
said she
No,
took
but
it.
it-
Like he didn't put it in. Like he didn't put it in. Then she took it.
and then she was like, oh, should we have it? My guy was like, I don't think we should have it. But I mean, she wants to have it. That means you have to get married. That was her point. That was where she was driving at. And then the girl says she doesn't. And then she left the house.
So she had the baby then.
She had the baby.
Okay.
She
So-
refused my friend from seeing the baby.
Refused
Real life story.
because he said that he doesn't want
Yeah.
the baby.
Yeah.
So how involved is he in the baby's
We
life?
talk every other time and I tell him, bro,
You have to.
that's your child. You have to be there.
Try and be.
You have to be there.
Yeah.
Because this girl is going to grow up telling
Mm-hmm.
that child all of these things. And then you be the bad person.
Yeah.
Because you are not there to tell the side of your story.
Mm.
They will paint everything to a point that the hatred is original.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you're trying to reach out to the child, there'll be a defense
Yeah.
already.
There's a fence already
It's-
built by the mother.
Because it's really sad.
You
should-
people should hear this and hear this again. Most times, it's not the mom doing anything.
It's just her doing regular
It's just
speech.
her not. No. She probably even, in my case, my mother prays. I grew up to understand that my dad is just a dead guy. No, for real. It's not. How
It
do I
sounds
say
grim.
this?
I'm sorry. I
No,
apologize, but it just sounds so-
listen, it's not. So it's okay
Have
if I say Mazino.
have you
Oh,
met
I met
your father?
Mazino.
Have you
oh,
met your
Mazino.
father, however?
Yes, we hung out a lot of times. We had beer as a mature man, right? He's just a. If he was my age mate, he would never be my friend. Do you understand what I mean?
That's how bad
It's
he
on
is.
that basis. No, I'm not saying he's that terrible,
Okay,
but
okay.
character-wise and all of that stuff. So I'm saying this to say, the mom most likely doesn't say anything. I grew up with my mom praising him and never telling me the real story.
Wow, that's.
Do you understand what I mean?
That's deep.
That's why I said they can be stupid kids.
Yeah.
I hung out with this guy. I'm like, you know what? Whatever the situation is, I don't even care. Trust me. Let it go. How far? Moving forward, here, stay with her. And I'm seeing this. You get one dead guy where I know the two of them going to behave alike.
Okay, let's move real quick. Our last quick fire story for today on the Black Table. Now, this guy, not a town hall. This guy, married man, says that he was abducted, raped and left for dead by a gang of 4 women. Says it was Friday night or something like that. Gang of women came, tossed him inside a van, left him for dead after. Now,
He seems to be very present in the story.
who was very gang, yeah? Gang of 4 women. Gang, you were the 5th person. Gang and 4 women.
As a straight bullet there.
In any case, he says he didn't report to the police, but he told local media, okay, you know, these people came, raped me, and all. I do know that the definition for rape is penetration. I do not agree that you can actually, for 2 reasons.
Some people
Legally-
define it that way, that there has to be penetration.
Yeah.
But that's not exactly the definition of what rape is. As long as there is no consent from both parties,
That's it.
do you understand? Then it's considered rape. Unfortunately, people feel that a woman cannot rape a man because there's no penetration involved. And the funny thing is that people just feel as if because a man's privates stand at attention, that means he wants that's consent. They feel that's consent.
Okay.
And you can flip it and just say, once a female is moist, that is also consent,
Okay.
which is not. They have to have verbal consent and agreement that we're engaging in this act.
Please, can we give Gang
He'll
another glass?
he'll have to exactly.
Give him a glass of whatever that is.
Or whatever it is he's drinking.
Because that's what should now, because men were freaks and God is going to punish us. we hear stories like this and we're like, oh my God, so me and so many women.
On the lighter side, no. On the lighter side, if you are in that sort of a situation, all of that tension and everything, gang, will you be able to build an erection? I'm just curious. I don't know whether he said he was given alcohol. He was forced to drink something. So I'm wondering whether it was some drugged up Viagra type
Point exactly.
stuff.
So I
you know.
also, if that was where my the moment I read the story, my mind went there immediately because, you know.
The
But
drug
in some cases, you probably don't need to be drugged.
You would actually have
This
erection
guy,
in such a
not
situation.
me. Maybe. You can't tell. You've not been in that situation before. I have.
You have.
Yeah.
You seem to be the most experienced person yesterday.
No, bro. I've gone through a lot of stuff. So.
Obviously.
It was almost rape for like 2 minutes and then it wasn't. So yeah.
What, you
It
turned
was about like rape for 2 seconds and then it wasn't.
Your no turned to a yes.
My no turned to personal involvement.
Wow.
Changed my mind. you know?
Wow.
That happened. So yeah, it's just real life.
He changed
It's real
his
life. I'm not
Zana,
even
what do you
joking.
think about this, man?
I've never been in such situations.
Lighter side. Like, I know it's serious, but the way the guy put it is like, first, he didn't even
my
report to
God.
the police station. Why would you go through all of that and then just choose, I'm just going to stay at home? He says his wife asked him not to, but then again, you call it rape, and I think it's a matter that needs to go to the authorities then.
Yeah, because a lot of men do not like reporting any form of abuse on them.
Oh, yeah, then there is
You
that.
understand? It's because
Yeah.
of ego and pride.
yeah.
A lot of men don't report certain abusive cases or rape cases on them, whether it was by a woman or by a fellow man.
Men should speak out. I think we go through so much abuse. Even if, let's put rape aside. There's so much
So
abuse that
much.
men actually go through.
Yep.
You know, it's easy
Even
that
in-
we can laugh at this story, but if we're to flip it and a woman says she was abducted
Now
by,
we can't laugh
by
about it.
4 men,
Yeah.
it'll be a different
We
story.
can't laugh
Serious
about it
case.
then.
Yeah.
Maybe if there was a women's pink table somewhere around there laughing at that one, but not here. But I was watching this. It was on Instagram, I think. The abuse that men actually go through, and that the fact that, like you said, that men can't actually voice out what they're happening, what they're going through in their lives. It raised a very big concern for me because if you ask people in this room, you know, take a small survey of the people in this room, there's everybody perhaps who's going through so much wahala, but we can't come out and say it because we've been told that you're a man, you can take it.
I promise you,
right?
every
You know?
man. No.
Yeah.
You said maybe 1 or 2.
I agree.
No,
Every.
I promise you, every man
Every
inside
man.
this room
Yeah.
is experiencing abuse
100.
from the other gender.
Yeah.
100.
100%.
talk.
I promise you.
True.
But
Well, hey,
you
speak
should
out.
exist with it.
Speak out. Don't die in silence. I believe that organizations should have those spaces where you can actually talk to people about these things. It's something
Well,
that they
men
don't
show up.
consider. There's so many instances I think you've heard about, but We'll talk about it after. Tell you guys what we're going to do. We've got our main topic coming over. So we're going to get you guys prepared with a little break so we can fill up our glasses. Is that Doc? You're not touching your...
I just have it now.
Okay. So we can fill up our glasses. And then when we get back, we're going to sink our teeth into that one. And perhaps maybe even after, get you guys get your comments in. And then we'll have that as well. Don't go anywhere. It's still the Black Table. We'll be right back. Gentlemen and gentlemen, you are welcome back to the Black Table. But then, of course, we have it on good authority that women also watch as well, just so they can know what we're thinking about. That's what this is all for. Welcome. Of course, Quincy Jones in the building, Zadok and Mr. Gang, who's responsible for all the bad things that's going to happen tonight. So, very interesting conversation was happening from before, and we're going to bring it in now. This is our main topic for today. The world's biggest Muslim majority nation, Indonesia, has banned sex with unmarried couples. No cohabitation, no, nothing, none of that. You can't have sex if you're not married to a partner in Indonesia. Now, can this work anywhere in the world? Can it work in Nigeria? Does it seem logical at all? Can man and woman live without...
Why pointing at me?
Because of the way you said it before. Why is it like as if you ball string each time we
No,
put the
see,
camera
here's the thing. See, let's call a spade a spade.
Spade.
And let's stop justifying bad behavior. That is the way society is supposed to be. Do you understand?
By
That's the
whose
way
rules?
society is supposed to be. By your own moral standard. Quincy, do you have kids?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. You get me? And you're not married as well.
No.
You see, for me, sometimes I think sex is overrated. It's overrated, and people attach so many things to it, especially with two consenting adults. You get where I'm coming from? But then at the same time, that's how society should be. Why are you having sex with somebody that is not your partner? And then when things like the abortion situation come up, it creates more problems. You get me? When paternity issues come up, it creates that problem. When diseases come up, it creates that problem. So there's so many issues.
This guy can run for governor.
It's true, there's so many issues that sex brings, and,
You're so
and it's
convincing.
something to cherish. Just that a lot of you guys, like, I don't want to mention names on the table here, but Quincy Jones, you know you don't work out. You get me? You don't work out.
Wow.
So the problem with sex is that once you taste that forbidden fruit, it's not for, you understand?
Wait,
It's
logically now.
It's so sweet that you want more and more and more.
Well, gang, logically now, will it work? Especially when it applies not
It
just
can't work.
not just to citizens, but also to tourists who might not share your idea as a nation.
Because the way the world is
You know.
now, the end times are here, but the way the world
This
is
is
now,
gang.
it can't work.
What did you do with the real gang?
Listen,
Vomiting.
see, let me tell you the truth. It can't work. You can't take sex out of society.
This is not. We want the old gang back, please.
See, no, listen. Serious, it can't work. People must knock. It's sad that it got so bad in Indonesia that they have to create this law to it.
You're welcome back, gang.
People, they will do it. So they should create other laws that make it feel like, let me not lie to you. I once dated someone, this is a long time ago when I was off
Of
the
course,
world.
it was a long time ago.
You understand?
It's never
There
ever
was a
recent.
girl that I was with, and she, just for sex, she said we should date because she didn't want it to seem like
Illegal. She
I'm
don't want to be
just,
guilty.
I'm just chopping a wolf.
Yeah.
So some people get into relationships and be like, oh, I dated this guy for 3 months. I'm like, no, you guys didn't date. You just tried to justify having sex. That's what people
Yeah,
do.
sure.
They get into relationships so that you don't think as if, oh, I was a one-night stand. You just slept with me.
We were in a relationship.
I dated this guy for 3 days. You didn't date him.
Do you think it will work in Nigeria?
100% is not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Even in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
it's not
Because you
going
just
to
created a demand for something that people would actually get it
Because
anyhow.
when you tell people don't do
Wrong
something,
girls.
that's when they'll do it.
It won't work.
Oh, jeez. What do you think, Quincy Jones?
Same bed.
No.
It definitely won't work. Bro, and also I want to touch on Gang's concept of, union, being married and all of that. People are starting to develop the notion that, marriage might not really be it.
Yeah.
Having one partner is okay, right? But the concept of marriage itself is not really it. So in this situation, I don't really care for Indonesia, to be honest. Never thought about going there. And now I feel like I want to go there.
Why?
Why not?
I don't get it. Why would you want to go somewhere where you can't be Quincy Jones?
That's what they said.
He wants to go and break the law.
Eesh.
It will happen. People will start flocking to Indonesia. Watch.
Wait, I want to get this right.
They want to go there and break the law.
You want to go there and break the
who
law?
owns
You're going to be arrested
Indonesia
for a
chicks?
year. It's a year. It's 6 months. Sorry, it's 12
Mazino.
months of jail time, by the way.
Mazino.
If you're caught.
Half of the time people travel, for whatever reason it might be. Oh, these guys went. Number 2 reason is for sex. I wish I could put it the way I really wanted to put it.
I get you. Yeah, they get you. They get you.
Is
Fill in the
you
gap.
know, that's what it is. I'm not even joking. Everywhere you go, even just going from here to Ogun State, bro, it's just a 1 hour, 30 minutes drive or whatever. Right? You get there. Oh, this is happy married life or whatever. Oh, sorry for your loss or whatever.
The next day.
These Ogun State girls. That's the next state.
I think, gang, it's for
Girls do
these
that.
single guys that still think like that.
still
We don't
think
think like that, do we?
That's what you want. Now, married men,
You're
they think like
scaring me.
that fast.
You're scaring me. Put on
Bro, married men think that way the most.
Jesus.
They're the ones, bro.
Because what?
The
Because
term business
They've been
trip.
let out of the
The
door.
term business trips. Hey, I'm sure it wasn't created by a single guy.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Oh, boy. Okay,
No, fire this Quincy
so
Jones.
can a single person thus...
Exposing.
Can a
men
single
them.
person thus stay without... Let's talk biology now. Can You're both not married. You obviously are not. You're not celibate. Are you celibate?
I am.
Wait.
But I am.
Is that a straightforward question? Are you celibate?
I really don't.
How you don't know now?
I
You
don't
don't-
know because I'm not in a relationship.
Hey, now, are you having sex or not while you're not married? Are you?
I'm not in a relationship, so I'm not having sex. Do you know, I actually have this
What,
conversation with
somebody says, what kind of answer is that? Are you kidding? Are you serious? No, but it's, I will celebrate you. I will say congratulate you. I think you're just like me when I was young.
Sorry.
Wait, now what happened
It
there?
was impulsive. I didn't see that.
Which is a very good thing. Keep it up. But how long do you think you can go for? And would you be getting married because you just want to start having sex?
No, marriage is a different thing entirely. So for me, I'm personally speaking for myself.
Okay, so check this out.
Try to be serious.
Zano,
when you're talking. You just
Zano,
want to be
you're
laughing.
not in a relationship.
No, I'm not.
If you were in a relationship, would you be having sex in that relationship before marriage?
Before marriage?
Yes.
If you got into a relationship now, would you have sex in that relationship before you tied the knot?
Gang, I remember.
Honey.
You're a gospel singer, aren't you? Oh!
No, I'm not a gospel singer.
But
No.
you're not-
I'm a soul singer.
You're a soul singer, but what's the gospel origin, yeah? This is that's
He's a soul singer.
He's a soul singer.
When was your last relationship?
She'll be like, I know where you're going to.
My brother just answered the question. When was your last relationship? And since you already answered like 1 year ago, were you having sex in that
No, I
relationship?
didn't say 1 year ago.
How
When
long
was
ago?
it? Whatever
Sorry
it
to
was,
put
your
you on
last
the seat.
relationship, were you having sex in your last
Why are you
relationship?
going there now?
Why? Just a
Okay,
question.
that's
bro.
fine, that's fine.
But the
Enlighten
answer to that
us.
is
3
yes,
years,
because if
3
he
years
wasn't,
ago,
he'd say
yes.
so.
But I wanted to say, if I want to go into a relationship now, it's not just
Because of sex.
not because of sex, actually, but it's going to be between me and whoever it is. We'll talk about it. Do you want us to do this or not? But if she says she doesn't, it's fine. So that justifies my reason for going into a relationship.
Okay.
I want to go into a relationship because of sex, honestly speaking.
I think every guy that goes into a relationship because of sex is forced into it.
Well, isn't that most relationships these days?
You know, now babe, they always cause them.
How so?
Because they want to feel like they're not being used. So it's like, but you're not. They've told me that plenty of times, and I give them, brother, I'm sorry, I'm not going to date you because you want to feel good about us. Fucking,
Yeah.
I really need to use that word. It would give more light to.
Maybe not tonight. Maybe not tonight. Gang,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
biologically, do you think this is a good thing for the nation of Indonesia? Can a man stay without sex indefinitely? What are the alternatives? Even if I know you guys already know the answer to that.
No.
Yeah.
But
First-
what
first-
are the alternatives?
The alternatives, here's the funny thing. we need to get back to our morals, back to our principles. Do you understand? And if that's what they're trying to build in the society, then God bless them. You get me? But when you make certain things illegal, people seek it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People now start to try to create some benefits, financial benefits, or
Exactly.
making it underground places that people engage in these activities.
It becomes expensive, actually.
Exactly, it
You
becomes
know, like,
expensive. And
I'll
by the
give it
time
to
you
you
now
at
catch
Prohibition.
you catch certain officials or people on certain levels of government or status in that country, you now find it hard to prosecute. But in all honesty, if it can work there, which I doubt it can, it just goes to show how low they've been, that they now realize that so many people are doing this in their country.
Yeah.
I would have expected this from a more,
Conservative.
yes,
But they are conservative, actually.
or
they're
a
the biggest
more
Muslim
Islamic
population.
states. I would have expected more.
Yeah, honestly.
Biggest
than
Muslim majority, actually.
You get me? And when I hear these kind of things, I don't think of an Asian country per se. I think
Yeah.
of more of an
I
Islamic.
will tell you one
type
thing for
state.
sure. What's going to increase here? Their sinks are going to get clogged up all the time. Do you know why? You should know why.
Why do you think?
Can I
I
shake
would
your
do
hand,
that?
please? Can I just shake your hand for a minute?
Grip,
I will just.
It's a strong,
firm grip.
very
I
firm.
would just do that.
firm grip.
This guy and his
Because
Zadok!
we're on the show.
Can I?
He said there are
Zadok
things
is laughing
again.
because as much as Zadok doesn't have
Zadok's
sex
grip is
in
not-
his relationship, you can tell that he and his hand are very close.
One thing the new constitution did not talk about is whether you're going to be allowed to
Have sex with
digitally stimulate
Seen that
yourself.
digitally.
Yeah, digital, your digits now. Want you to remember digitally, you know,
No, but
digitally stimulate yourself.
It's-
Is masturbation
it's so
legal
funny.
or illegal?
it's so funny.
The sinks are going to be clogged up for days.
It's funny that they would even think that that can actually be effective. It might help. It might help the city. It might help the country at the end of the day for people to not come there and commit certain atrocities. But in all honesty, man, I don't. It can never happen here.
No.
It
Not
can
in
never
Nigeria.
happen.
Never. No,
Well,
no,
it
no.
is happening in Nigeria, actually. You can't, in the north, I mean, you've been to the north. You're not allowed. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Publicly, you can't. Yeah? It's not a law that says you're going to jail or anything, but you can't do that. Sure.
So how does are you saying the marriage rate is that high? Because how do you?
Yeah, they get
explain-
married very young.
How do
You're
you
betrothed
explain
by
the
the time you're 12, you're
population?
betrothed
At the
already.
same time, people get married for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, so it's going to
Yeah.
force people to get married
if you're
for
going
the
to get
wrong
married to
reason.
somebody just for sex,
Then it's the wrong reason. I agree with you, actually.
you can't
I
get
don't
married
think
just
that
for
would
sex.
ever work anywhere, even in the north. At the moment,
Now,
it could work.
check this out, and I should be afraid to say this, but I'll tell you the number one reason why most married men cheat is because they're allowed to. It's because other women are willing to sleep with the married men knowing that they're married. If women know you're married and everybody says, I'm not sleeping with another married man, society will be a whole lot better.
So,
No, that's a very
so
no.
So what you're saying is that
That's
make
a
it
broad
illegal,
conversation
make
that's
it
been
illegal
very
to
narrow.
sleep with a married man. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, yes.
Make it illegal to sleep with a married man.
Make it illegal to sleep with a married man. Listen,
Sleeping with a married man comes with certain benefits.
that's the
As
reason.
women have been able to highlight.
Listen, I'm telling you this for a fact, Quincy. You're not married yet. You understand?
You'll be
If you-
surprised how
if-
I know all these things.
If you
were
don't
married
kind
for
of
what? I
listen,
don't get
there's
it.
a lot of temptation that Zeno faces,
Oh wow.
that I face,
Okay.
and we're man enough to say no.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of men that are not man enough to
Preach.
say no. They know you're married. I'm like, leave me alone for my wife. If women, single women or whatever they are, stop fucking around with married men. Married men won't cheat.
Can't you use
a
your
big
quota of
lie.
bad word, okay? You
That's
can't use
a
it again.
big
Married men
lie.
won't cheat. The only reason
I'm
why
very
married men
sorry.
cheat is because women are allowing them to.
Jesus Christ, that is a lie.
I agree with gang.
How?
Make it illegal to sleep with a married man. I think you have a better society.
Exactly.
BS.
Yeah. And the challenges you spoke about in the beginning, that's where it comes in. Because they know that there is a benefit to this, and this is cash. I'll find me a married man, and so I'm gonna, get me some cash, get me some, dean.
Well, it's a win-win for them.
For them.
See,
So,
look,
for the
I
married
don't
man-
have to wait. So no, for the girl.
Yeah, that's
I
my
don't
point.
have to wait. Hold on. I don't have to. I don't have to. Commit emotionally or whatever. I get benefits financially. I get benefits doing the do.
But what is that? That's not prostitution.
What? You're pretty much. That's what it is.
Yeah, no.
Yes. Now
Call it
what
once,
happened?
girl, call it what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
It's not
yeah, but
prostitution.
it is.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, that's what it is, right? But they deceive themselves, and this one says, "Oh, that's my babe, that's my girlfriend, or he's a married man." No problem. But you see, the other side to this is married men cheat That is wrong. They cheat because the certain needs are not met in the house. And I'm not talking sexual needs.
What are you talking about now?
Different needs.
Like?
We mentioned, no. Honestly, we mentioned, what's it called? Abuse and all of that.
Okay.
Men face.
Yeah.
These are ways that they actually relieve.
Yeah.
I know a man, I know a man that has a building in Ikoyi and has a 3-bedroom apartment in Dolphin, right? Still Ikoyi, but separate place. And that is the slaughterhouse. His personal slaughterhouse.
And his excuse is that he's not getting stuff from home.
No, he loves his wife. If his wife calls him, he gets up from the bar, wherever we are, and he goes. If his wife says, come. But, bruh, he's still cheating. How do you explain that? And the other set of
Because
friends.
there are people that have agreed to cheat with him. Let me tell you the thing. If a married man goes outside and approaches numerous women, and every woman he meets is saying, you're married, no. You're married, no. You're married, no. Nobody agrees to mess with him because he's married.
Well, you know, there was once a time that people actually ran away from married men. Girls ran away from married men.
Which, that's how it should be.
When
No,
was
but
this?
girls did.
When
Wait
was
now.
this and why did it
Girls did.
change?
So men upgraded. They upgraded their offer.
Yes.
It became very financial.
That's where
This
I'm
guy's
actually
name
going
is
to.
Pimsy Jones.
That's where I'm actually
They
going
upgraded
to.
again.
Hang on a second, Quincy.
The question should be, are these girls ready to stay off married men? That's the question, because they give you offers that you can't refuse, bro.
No, listen to me.
Wait, hang on a second, gang.
They give you offers that you can't refuse.
What's the offer? Vagina.
No, they
It's the
buy,
same
you,
thing.
they buy you a house.
A girl will buy me a house.
No, a man
No,
buys
like
you.
the other, the other
Because
way-
you're
the
talking
other way
about
around.
they should say they should ban
Married men
from
cheating.
cheating.
Yes.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
do they ban them? By
If you
the
catch a
women
married
refusing.
man, you cut off his...
Like you said, gang.
No.
When you meet this woman, the woman will say no. You meet another girl, the girl will say no. You meet
Then you have
another.
to upgrade, like Quincy said.
Bro, the offer is massive. The question should
They're
be.
buying Range Rovers for people is what you're
But
saying.
they're buying house
They're buying house
around,
for-
just
The
around
question should
your
be-
office studio. Yeah.
Exactly.
Are they ready to stay off married? Because they are making money.
Yes. But this is what I'm
See,
saying.
Wait, I have a good. This
Gang.
is a good one. Listen, wait.
95% of single girls in Nigeria, they're into this thing.
Into hookup.
That's the
But
means of
that your
surviving.
stats. I don't know about that.
Maybe
stats.
99.
But
I mean, he even upgraded to 99. According to Zadok.
No
And you
jokes,
know,
bro.
you know this how? Exactly. You know a lot of single people who they do hookup. Is that what it is?
Leave this guy get gospel album. Leave him now. What's in the worry? This guy's leading us to the right path.
It's everywhere. It's everyone. It's everywhere on the internet. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know, we know these things now. We go to the internet and see all these.
Let me
things.
tell you a true story. Before I got married,
That's how
right?
they.
Listen,
there's
before I
no
got
job
married, a lot of people were telling me that watch what's going to happen. Once you get married,
Yeah.
a lot of situations will present themselves to make you fall. You get where I'm coming
Yeah.
from? So you need to prepare yourselves because these things will happen. The offers will be there. The women will be there. You as a man have to find the strength to say no because your wife is saying no as well. You get me? It's easy to say these things as men, but your wife is saying no. There's some people that are ready to knock your wife. While she's pregnant, while she has children,
Listen, gang.
they're ready to do things to your wife. But your wife is
Great
saying
submission,
no.
gang. Tell you what we're gonna
Your
do.
wife is saying no. But because you're Pimsy Jones,
Okay. Gloves down. Listen, let's take a break on this round. We want your thoughts. Why don't you send it in? Use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. We'll be reading your messages and also sharing our thoughts on your messages when we get back. Stay tuned. It's The Black Table. We'll be right back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Hey, welcome back. So I've been reading your messages. Thank you very much for using the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. And we've got messages stringing on from our very first topic. This is E.G. Kola here says, let me take a sip and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay. Last, a girl needs a father figure in her life. This has been proven. Everybody knows this. When you don't have a father figure in your life as a girl, when you grow older, it has been psychologically proven that what happens is that you actually have this, I can't remember exactly what it's called. Daddy issues is what it's called, but there's another name for it where you start to seek that love and care and attention that you never got from your daddy.
and the kind of men you end up with is another thing.
Yeah, mostly daddies.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Even the ones that had 2 daddies.
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have
Anyway, so it's a roundabout
zaddies.
kind of topic because this is what plays into our last conversation. This is Lola Day Baby here says, does gang need a second wife? Because Pappy be talking a lot of sense tonight. Pappy.
And so it begins.
So these are the challenges that I face. A lot of women see they see the quality, they see the personality, and they want what somebody already has.
Yeah.
And I'm taken. They can never enjoy me the way my wife is or the way my wife does.
When you say things like that, it's
It's
like,
like an it's like
it's
an
challenging.
like a billboard.
it's open
Like a
season.
billboard.
It's open season.
Look how
Let's
good
go.
I am.
The Lord is my shepherd.
All right. Durabola here says Indonesia should get ready to produce more paper towels. Ooh, ugh. Yeah, they smell. Yeah, it has a smell to it too. What it means is that they're going to be jerking off.
Yeah. Sadly.
Very, very sad. We got more messages. Just hang in there. If we haven't read yours, we'll get right around to it, okay? At Felix says, Mazzino, the Zadok, the wine mini. She Zadok, the wine mini. Oh, okay. Answer the question now. They're asking you to be very, very straightforward. But
Yeah,
it's
I'm
okay.
straight.
Like they said, he has a gospel album coming out. He wants you people to buy it, at least the church to buy it.
It's soul album. Let's say it's soul album.
All right. Actually, here says, hello, crew. What's going on? I always glad to you guys. Yes, we're talking about a whole lot of stuff. If you missed our quick fire session, then you have to go back on YouTube and find it. JG here says, Mazzino, I'm convinced that Indonesia is whining us. So if I come vacation with Babe now, we no go fit knack. Okay, that's a good word. Now, wow, I go Guinea-Bissau with that. Okay, so we're raising our eyebrows at Indonesia, but I think the same applies for certain countries like the United Arab Emirates. While it's not as stringent as what we have in Indonesia, you actually cannot do certain things like public display of affection. It's actually noted in whatever facility you walk into. There are rules there. You can't perhaps hold hands, skirts not lower than so and so.
So is it the same UAE that is now publicly known for most of the big Lekki girls going
So that's
there
where I'm coming to,
for
because
that, and
I'll tell you an experience. As you land in the airport, oh God, will I be allowed back in there? A friend had an instance.
Nah,
where,
but okay.
where when you're approached by people who it's a big commercial area, country. So they like to get your numbers, and so they can actually send you messages about what to invest in. There's real estate to invest in. Some of these numbers actually leave those directories and end up in the hands of people who would actually solicit for you. Hey, if you would like a nice time, hey, you can
Agency.
come. You can come. This is gonna cost you so. So those messages actually come to your phone, and so there is sort of like that kind of business there. And it's there because of the restrictions that are available.
Exactly.
And it's very expensive.
When is
So
it-
the
when
same
is it-
thing-
when is very
It's the
simple.
world's
And accounts
oldest
for-
profession.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
Yeah,
And
we
accounts
always
for half
world
of the
way.
Jews
Oldest
in Lekki.
You get where I'm
Honestly.
coming from?
I'm joking.
So because, see, the way the world is going now, at the end of the day, people just feel like these things will always be there. People are trying to advance in one way, in one direction, and end up in another direction as well. Now, like I said, it's the world's oldest profession. So the pimps are gaining from it. They're making what they can from it. You get me? And at the same time, certain people are enjoying the benefits. Like I said, once you tell somebody you can't do something, they want to do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tell Quincy Jones he can't do this. Tell Zadok he can't do this. Tell Mazzino, tell myself. It makes us say, why can't we? So
Yeah.
let's try it out. You get me? So Indonesia, watch out, we're
Curiosity
coming.
killed the cat,
We're coming.
and the pussy cat came back.
We're
At
coming.
Outlook.com, we miss you all the time through the week, but on Fridays, we're always so glad that you send in messages. Says here, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
My
This
brother.
can never happen in Nigeria. There is no faithful
Please read it.
Say it again.
Please
there is
read
no
it.
faithful man. As the body needs food, the men will find sex. Shikina. Okay, so Zadok, sorry,
No,
sorry,
I,
not Zadok.
I have to disagree with that.
Outlook. I thought you were a guy, but now I know you're a girl. Because it's like I feel indicted. We can't stay without it.
Shout outs to Outlook.
This is a prime example. Zadok here has been celibate since last month. No, but true. I mean, why would you say that men can't stay without? Men,
Men can.
No, we
And
can.
I do.
We can. After certain experiences, you actually just like I don't need this, and there's always can become best friends with your yeah.
Wow.
And Henry here says, and this is our last message today. Henry here says, wait, oh gang, Shayna, because your wife they watch you, they preach for us like this. Okay, we don't hear you.
Here's the thing. You might find this. My wife has never watched the show. I don't know why.
Oh wow.
I don't know why. Maybe she's asleep, or she's taking care of the kids, or it's just the weekend. She's tired. But I always tell her to go back online and catch reruns of the show.
You can actually
it's
do
on
that.
YouTube. It's available on the TVC Entertainment Network. You can always get this show after we're done to watch
Thank
back.
you for the plug.
You get where I'm coming from.
We'll be added
But
to
when
it.
she
We'll
sees
be
it, she
added
knows
to your
that
pay.
it's nothing but the truth. Just like one of our past guests, Femi, says, this is who I am. People that know me know that this is how I am. I can't hide who I am.
Yeah.
And she loves me for that. And it's just the truth. It's not that hard to be faithful.
It's not.
It's not.
It's really,
Even as a bachelor.
well.
It's not that hard to be faithful.
No, honestly. So this is it. For someone like me, it's a thing of pride to say no. I'm not even joking. It's a weird thrill for me to say no to ladies that really want to have sex with me, because I feel like men should also have the right to,
Oh,
turn
yes.
down sex the way women do turn down sex.
But just
as
like
well.
Indonesia is saying that you can't have sex and everybody's fucking there, when you say no to a girl,
They keep coming back, and it's fun.
The difference
like
with
knocking green bottles from
Quincy
off of the
Jones,
wall.
no. The
Okay.
only problem with Quincy Jones saying no is that his no lasts 3 minutes.
he said so himself.
His no
didn't
lasts
he?
3 minutes.
He said,
No, he said 2
Wait,
minutes.
so gang.
So
you
that's
see,
not
you see,
really-
you see, man. You see, this is
His no
I
lasts.
told you a personal part of my life.
If you're
No, it
persistent,
lasts 3 minutes, and he's like,
if you're
okay now.
persistent,
No, but that's what
will
happened.
get
I'm
this
sorry,
right.
I'm not.
God.
You know.
we're gonna round this up. But today we've got just he's got his tip, the tip from Zadok, who's gonna put this all in a bow, and we've got a bit of advice for,
Okay, I would say this for married women. You're married to a husband, right? Sometimes he might want to cheat. He has a side chick. But I want you to know that the side chick, they can never be a widow. Side chicks can never be widow. So it's always nice you fix your relationship with your husband
Oh, I see what you did there.
so you don't lose them.
Wow.
That's deep, man.
Wow. We're going for that level of depth, but
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You won't get it because
No,
it's too deep.
No, it was not.
Listen, we gotta say goodbye. But thank you very much once again, Zadok. Always a pleasure.
I feel like he was
Meeting
also
you.
indirectly saying you can have a side chick.
No. What he's saying is
You
that
can
if she,
twist that. No, I
That's how
do
you
understand
see it.
what he's saying, but you can also say that, he said
Quincy
having a
Jones.
side chick is okay.
good
Quincy
to have you on the show once again. Still vying for that position with Gang, but he's gotten the back of his bar back again. Hope to see you here next week. Of course, we're stuck with
I
this
love
guy.
Quincy Jones, man. That's my man right there.
Please remember now, next week we start all over again for 11 p.m. on Friday night. We'll bring you all the way into the weekend on Saturday. So we'll catch you again on the next edition. Hey, you can still catch us, so we'll let you know, tick, where exactly we're going to be after this, because the party only just got started. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.